Episteme, a destination for learners. Hello everyone. Welcome to Episteme. Today we're going to learn the first lesson of biology in class 11, Diversity in Living World.
Wait, I'll tell you something. First of all, why do we need this lesson? It's the question arises when you take your book. Every lessons in the book will give you a knowledge which you should have. In this lesson they are telling about why classification is done. What are the characteristic of living organisms? Why and what are scientific names? Why there are research institutes? Quite interesting. Let's move on to the lesson.
A short intro. Living organisms of diverse forms are found in different types of habitats. Like fishes in water and animals in forest. Biology is a branch of science that deals with the living beings and their functions. Here's a simple question. What is living? The objects exhibiting growth, development, reproduction, respiration, responsiveness, and other characteristics of life. So the characteristics of living are growth, reproduction, metabolism, cellular organization, consciousness or response to stimuli. Let's go a little deeper. Growth. It is an important characteristic of living organisms. Growth is by increase in mass or number. Unicellular organisms grows by cell division to increase cell number. Multicellular organisms grows by increase in body mass. Plants growth occurs continuously and animals grow up to a certain age. Non-living things grow with accumulation of material on surface. For example, mountains, boulders, sand mounds. Reproduction. Reproduction is an important process for maintaining life. Reproduction are of two types, sexual and asexual. Fungi reproduce through asexual spores. And yeast and hydra by budding. Planaria by regeneration. Amoeba, bacteria reproduce by multiplying and increasing in number. Many organisms do not reproduce, such as mules, sterile worker bee, infertile human couples. Non-living objects do not reproduce. Metabolism. Metabolism equals anabolism plus catabolism. Biomolecules, CHS, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids. Chemical reactions occurring in our body is metabolic reactions. E.g. photosynthesis, anabolism, cellular respiration, catabolism. No non-living object exhibits metabolism. Anabolism builds molecules required for the body's functionality. Catabolism breaks down big complex molecules into smaller, easier to absorb molecules. Consciousness. Living organisms respond to their surroundings or environment. Environmental stimuli are of physical, chemical, or biological. The things which plays role are light, water, temperature, other organisms, pollutants, etc. Photoperiod affects reproduction in seasonal breeders. Human being, the only organism aware of himself, which has self-consciousness. Diversity in life forms. Biological diversity or biodiversity refers to all of the variety of life that exists on Earth. There is a great diversity of living beings on this planet. They are expressed at three different levels: species, genetic, and ecosystem diversity. Here raise the question, what is the need for classification? Need of classification. There are millions of plants and animals in the world. For each local area there will be specific local names. Like for mango in Hindi we call it as and in Gujarati we call it as kari. Hence, there is need for a uniform system of classification. Nomenclature. It is a system of naming of organisms. They are easily remembered, studied, and understood. Plants and animals are named based on certain principles and criteria. ICBN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. ICZN, International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Are the boards for naming organisms. Binomial nomenclature. It was first introduced by Carolus Linnaeus.
Okay, why Carolus Linnaeus keeps repeating? Yep, his book Systema Naturae described the importance modern system of binomial nomenclature. So that he plays a big role in our lesson. Let us know something about him. Carolus Linnaeus, or Carl von Linné, was born on May 23, 1707, and died on January 10, 1778. Linnaeus was to be groomed for life as a churchman, which was their family's tradition over decades. He has a quiet interest in botany. Linnaeus came to know that the stamens and pistils of flowers lay the basis for the classification of plants. So he wrote a short note on that, which transformed into a book and made a big part of our lesson. Let's move on.
Each name has two components: generic name and specific epithet or species name. He is the reason for your first lesson. Rules for nomenclature. The names are usually written in Latin word and in italics font. For example, Mangifer indica, Homo sapiens, Oryza sativa, Triticum aestivum. First word is genus and second word is species. Genus name starts with a capital letter while species name starts with a small letter. Taxonomy. Taxonomy is the science of defining groups of biological organisms on the basis of shared characteristics and giving names to those groups. Carolus Linnaeus is regarded as the father of taxonomy. Classification. It is the process of grouping of organisms into categories based on easily observable characters. Taxon. The scientific term for any unit used in the science of biological classification is called taxon. Systematics. The word systematics is derived from the Latin word system as systematic arrangement of organisms. It is based on their diversities and relationships among them. Taxonomic hierarchy. Classification involves hierarchy of steps where each step represents a rank or category. Each level in the hierarchy represents an increase in organizational complexity. Species: genus, family, order, class, phylum, for animals, division, for plants, kingdom. Species. Species is a group of individuals in which the individuals can interbreed among themselves. Members of a species have a large number of similar characters. Morphological differences will be there, but their chromosome number will be same. For example, Mangifer indica, mango, Solanum tuberosum, potato, Panthera leo, lion. Genus. A group of closely related species is called genus. For example, potato, tomato and brinjal are three different species but all belong to the genus Solanum. Lion, leopard, and tiger are members of the genus Panthera. Family. A group of closely related genera but with less number of similarities is called a family. They have both vegetative and reproductive features. For example, Solanum, Petunia, and Datura are different genera, placed in the family Solanaceae. In animals, genus Panthera, lion, tiger, leopard, and genus Felis, cat, belong to the family Felidae. Order. A group of closely related families is called order. Plant families like Convolvulaceae, Solanaceae are included in the order Polemoniales. In animals, Felidae and Considae belong the order Carnivora. Class. One or more related orders that possess certain similar correlated characters. For example, class Mammalia includes order Primata, which includes monkey, gorilla, gibbon, and carnivora. Class Dicotyledonii includes order Polemoniales and Sapindales, mango. Phylum. A group of closely related classes is called phylum. In the plant kingdom, phylum has been replaced with division. For example, phylum Chordata includes classes fish, amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammalia due to common feature presence of notochord and dorsal hollow neural system. Division Angiospermae includes class Dicotyledonii and Monocotyledonii. Kingdom. A group of all the related phyla is called the kingdom. It is the highest category of taxonomy. For example, kingdom Plantae comprises all plants from various divisions. Kingdom Animalia comprises all animals from various phylums. Taxonomic aids. Storehouses of information and specimens which can help in identification and classification of organisms are called taxonomic aids. Specimens of them are gathered, stored, or preserved with information for future studies. Study of various species of plants, animals, and other organisms are useful in agriculture, forestry, industry, etc. Taxonomical aids are: 1. Herbarium. 2. Botanical garden. 3. Museum. 4. Zoological park. Herbarium. Herbarium is the storehouse of plant specimens, where specimens are dried, pressed, and preserved on sheets. Herbarium sheet contains information about date and place of the collection, collector's name, local and scientific name, family, etc. It provides quick referral systems in taxonomical studies. Botanical gardens. A botanical garden is a place where plants are grown and displayed for the purposes of research and education. Each plant contains labels indicating their scientific name and family. Famous botanical gardens: Indian Botanical Garden, Calcutta National Botanical Research Institute, Oadi Botanical Garden. Museum. Museum is the place of collection of preserved plant and animal specimens for study and reference. Specimens are preserved in containers or jars in preservative solutions and can be preserved as dry also. Large animals are stuffed and preserved. Zoological park. Zoological parks are the places where wild animals are kept in protected under human care, in artificial habitat. Visitors can learn food habits and behavior. Zoological Park in Mysore, Nehru Zoological Park in Hyderabad, Trivandrum Zoo, Chennai Zoo. Key. Key is another taxonomical aid used for identification of plants and animals based on the similarities and dissimilarities. A device for easily identifying an unknown plant by a sequence of choices between two or more statements. Each statement in a key is called a lead. Separate taxonomic keys are required for each taxonomic category, such as family, genus, order, etc. Taxonomic key. A taxonomic key is a device that biologists use to figure out what unknown organisms actually are. The key is made up so that you answer a series of questions about the characteristics and an answer is narrowed down. Flora, manuals, monographs, and catalogs are other taxonomical aids. They help in correct identification. Manuals provide information for identification of names of various species in a given area. Monograph contain information on any particular taxon. That's it. The lesson 1, The Living World. Do subscribe for more lessons. Download the slides of the lesson in description. And if this video hits 1000 likes, I will give you some questions of NEET for the lesson in description. Stay tuned for upcoming lessons. Do fill the form in description and tell your suggestions, it would be a great help. Thanks for watching.